And as requested yesterday, one of our friends on the live yesterday wanted me to design something with this beautiful bowl. This is made in India, and it was $9.99 at Home Goods, which I thought was a super good price because this is very well made. Very well made. And it's made of wood, so it's not breakable with shipping. However, the little bunnies are breakable. They're made out of some kind of a resin or something. They're not LED, and they don't light up or anything. But I'm not going to attach it to the actual piece. It's going to be removable so that when I ship it, I'll ship this, and then I'll wrap this up separately. I'll wrap it really good so that it doesn't break. So that's how I'm going to ship that. Alright, I wanted to go ahead and start my arrangement from the beginning to kind of show you guys how I attach my styrofoam into the bowl to keep it from coming out. So that's what we're going to do first. I think the other day yesterday I already had my styrofoam ready, but this time I'm going to teach you guys how I do it, in case you need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I've got these beautiful things I'm going to be working with, because we're going to make the arrangement look like they're kind of sitting out in their little garden. And we'll say it's in the evening. I'm going to say he's having him an evening snack before he goes to bed. So it's probably about 7 o'clock in the evening, and the sun's just setting. And they're in their little garden in their backyard. So that's what I'm going to create. That's the scene that I'm going to create with these florals. So the first thing I need to do is get my bread knife and cut my styrofoam. Lime green look, and it's so springy looking to me. And I don't know about y'all, but some of these bunnies I keep up year round. Like, some of the bunnies don't have to be just for Easter. Like this one here, I would be safe to say that you could use that year round, because it doesn't look like an Easter bunny. It just looks like two bunnies. And then some of the posing ones, like the white ones, like the chalk and white one I did, like that one. I think I could do that one year round. Alright, so I'm going to get some pins. And I am going to pin these into place. I'm going to leave me a little bit of space here for my picks and my bunny. Let's see how I want the bunny to sit. Alright, the bunny's going to sit right here. And as I said before, I don't know if y'all were here or were listening when I said it before, but these particular bunnies, I'm going to be listing this in my Etsy shop. So I'm not going to secure this down because I'll need to wrap it separately in order to ship it. So it's just going to sit down right there in its spot. Alright, let me grab some pins real quick. And I had them yesterday. What did I do with them? Pins, pins. Where are you, pins? Here they are. Okay. Had to help Kenny clean the grill for burgers. Yummy. Yummy, yum, yum. What I was saying while you were gone, I didn't know you were gone. I was talking to myself. Like, I think this is the first time I've spoke all day other than talking to the dog. There hadn't been a soul around. I think I talked on the phone with somebody this morning. That's been it. And sometimes, you know, when you're by yourself all day and then having to pop on a live and talk to bazillions and bazillions of people that may be watching, it's just a kind of different, you know. But I feel like maybe the 5 o'clock area is not the best time to go live. I haven't tried going live at this time of day. But going live at this time of day, there's, you know, not many people searching on Facebook. They're getting home from work and getting their families fed and doing homework with the kids and things like that. So from now on, I'm going to try to either go early or go late. I'll get it figured out. Y'all tell me. Anybody that's watching on the replay, if you'll hashtag replay and let me know what's the best time that you would like for me to go live to teach you things. You have 2 people now. Hey, Mandy, I was going to tell you something. All right. So, you know how I told you about the bowls? These are... Hey, Julie. How are you doing? And are you having a good time in Orange Beach or Gulf Shores? Anyway, I got these bowls here. But I went to Dollar Gen. And I found these baskets, and they're pretty sturdy. But it was $3 for this basket, and I thought that would be perfect for doing arrangements and things like the bunny arrangements and stuff. I thought that would be perfect. $3. And then this one was $5. Think what you could put in that. You could put one of them big old sisal bunnies in there and put some affordable florals and stuff and making a big table arrangement out of that. And I still got my bread bowl I hadn't done anything with. But I set those out because I wanted to show you. Alright, I'm ready to get started now. This part won't take me long, so y'all watch. Alright, so I was watching Big Barn Blooms the other day, and she inspired me. She inspires me quite a bit. If you have never followed her, you need to go over there and follow her. She makes the most beautiful arrangements and things. I love watching her design, and she's also interactive. Like, she tells you, like, which should I do, the pink flowers or the blue flowers? But she lets you be interactive with her designing, and it's pretty cool. Pretty fun. But anyway, she was using this, and she made like an arbor out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I kind of stole that idea from her. Well, not steal it, but borrowed it. I was inspired by it. So all credits go to her on that. Alright, come on, get out of there. I'm feisty today. I am feisty today. Come on. There you go. I cannot wait till my workshop. I am I'm getting so excited, y'all. And whoever's coming to the workshop, I'm telling you what, we are going to have a ball. It is going to be the best workshop for spring. We're going to have so much fun. And it will definitely be worth your while, I promise you. So I'm just going to kind of put it back here. And I'm going to put the other one on the other side, and then we're going to kind of arch them together to make like an arch. I hope this works. I saw her do it, and I'm going to try it. Alright, so that's going to go there. And put a pick on that, and that should be about the same size as the other one. Is everybody having a good evening? I'm having the best evening, and I don't have to get out in the car and go get my hubby. He texted me, and he just texted me and told me that I don't have to go get him. That he's got a ride, so yay! I get to design more. So kind of get some twine and kind of twine those together. That's what I'm going to do. Can y'all see okay? Yes, you are going to be there, and I cannot wait. Who were you watching that did the arbor? Oh, Nancy, it was Big Barn Blooms. Kathy with Big Barn Blooms. If you go back and watch her replays, I think she's downloading her replays from Facebook and putting them onto YouTube, because now after 30 days they disappear, they go bye-bye. So you might want to check her on YouTube. But she did the cutest bunny arrangement, and she did the arbor, Big Barn Blooms, and that's where I got this idea from. So I want to give her full credit on that. But it was so cute, so cute. But I'm gonna take some binding wire here. This is binding wire. Royal Imports binding wire. Hey, Karen. You must have got home already. Did you just get home? You watch her all the time. She is amazing, and she is so sweet. And you know how she does those giveaways? Well, I won one. And I never win anything. Like, I never win anything. And I won her gift away. And I was so excited. She sent it to me. And it is beautiful. It's hanging in there. It's an arrangement. One of those, like, pocket arrangements. And it's hanging above my coffee station. And I just love it. And it's more beautiful in person than it was when, you know, that she did it on her channel. Well, Sunday I was helping Karen answer questions on her page, and I didn't know it, but that entered me into a competition there on that channel to win gifts, and I ended up winning greenery or some kind of gift from Greenery Gal, Michelle from Greenery Gal. And Cindy just messaged me today to tell me that, and I was like, wow, what in the world did I do to deserve this? Because, like, I never win anything, and all of a sudden I've won 2 things right there in a row like that. But that's so exciting, so exciting. It just makes it fun. So I'm going to have to do a gift away on my channel. I'll have to come up with something. I haven't decided yet. I got to build up my following a little bit before I do it. But you got to have a little bit of following before you start gifting away. But once I start building my following up, I am going to have a gift away. Because I want to pay it forward to somebody else. Because I'm on here to tell you that brought me so much excitement. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with, some greenery, but these are the florals that we're using. Aren't they pretty? Look at those little things. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous, darling. I hope y'all can see okay. I'm going to move this distraction out of the background here. I think once I move this stuff, y'all will be able to see a whole lot better. Is that better? Let me get my turntable too. I got my turntable here. Okay, now. Now y'all can see good. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so I'm going to start with some ferns. And some of this beautiful eucalyptus greenery here that I got. And some thyme. I've got two different kinds of eucalyptus. Both I got at the Michael's. I got the long stems. And then I got the bush. This one has more of a flocked look to it. And it's not as springy green. It's more of a... It's got more cool tones in it. This has more warm tones. So I think I'm going to go with the warm tones on this. Something says suspended. I don't know what that was. Lord have mercy. Suspend. Karen, I hope I didn't accidentally suspend you. Right up under your name, it says ban and suspend. I don't know what that's about, but I hope that, I hope I didn't suspend you. Let me know if you can hear me. God, that'd be embarrassing. She's my partner in my wreath workshop. That'd be embarrassing if I suspended her off my page. It's an accident. Alright, so we're going to go in. I had a couple pieces of fern left from the project yesterday. And if you didn't see my project yesterday, if you would go back and check it out. You can watch the replay on it. It was really cute. I'm going to put that just like that. So that it's kind of, well, I don't want to put it. Yeah, I'm going to put it just like that so that it's kind of growing around the stems of the arbor there. You know, like it's trailing up around it. So I'm going to put that right there on that side. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So whatever you do on this side, you'll want to do on the other side as well. I'm going to put that right there. Let me put a little pick on this one. Just got further to go. Okay. Put it right there. I love this. It's got like a copper patina to it. And it reminds me of the statues that we have downtown Columbus. I was born and raised in Columbus. I live over here in Valley, Alabama right now, but born and raised in Columbus, and downtown is like an up-and-coming, well, they call it Uptown Columbus now, but it used to be called downtown. And they've got statues like this that are really cool. Alright, so I'm just going to start poking some of this greenery in, and then we'll go in with some floral. Start poking it all around. And there's no wrong or right way to this. I know everybody has their rules, but I say you do what you love. If it looks good to you, then you do it. That's my rule. Now, I will say that working in odd numbers does tend to look better when you're talking about florals. But as far as the greenery, as long as you're staying in your sight line, then I think anything that you do will look good. I'm going to kind of put that behind him. Put that right between them. Is anybody else designing tonight? Anybody else designing anything? I feel like I'm the only one that's still working on Easter. I got a late start on Easter. I kind of like that. I kind of like it. What y'all think? Y'all like it? And you can bend some out that way too. So we got a lot of filling in to do. So I'll probably end up using some of these on the back end. Michael's has got some beautiful things right now. Their florals and greenery. Everything looks so beautiful and fresh right now. I cannot wait to see what they bring in for the summer. I know last year they had a lot of tropical stuff, but I'm really hoping for summer that they bring in a lot of like the everyday decor type stuff, because my customers don't really particularly love tropical stuff. They don't go for the tropical colors. They like the creams and the browns and the burlaps and that kind of thing. A little bit of pink maybe. But that's what my customer base likes. Now I do sell a lot of patriotic. Patriotic is big on Etsy. It's a big seller on Etsy. Especially if you can find some florals that look real. And it's hard to find red and blue florals that look real, but if you can find some that look real, take good pictures, make a beautiful wreath, take good pictures, you're going to sell it. And make multiples of it. If you want to make money on Etsy, you got to make multiples. And once one sells, make another one listed. Or buy the supply. Once you see that one's going to sell, one sells, go and buy materials to make 2 more of them and list them. But you got to keep that momentum going. That's how it works. That's how that algorithm works. Because if they see that you're selling something, they're going to keep showing it. If that makes sense. And you can advertise. You can do Etsy ads. You know, where you pay Etsy to run ads. But you're going to be wasting your money. Because they're not going to show that stuff until they're getting ready. And it's usually around 6 to 8 weeks after you post something before it starts showing really well. And that's speaking from experience. That's speaking from being on Etsy every day for the past 4 years. And learning their algorithm. And learning their system, learning the way they work. These are some of the things that we're going to be going over in our workshop. Anybody that's doing the all-day workshop, we're going to have a Q&A at lunchtime, and you can pick our brains, mine and Karen's. You can ask me anything related to Etsy or anything like that. And Karen, she does craft shows. She teaches how to be profitable with craft shows. And you can pick her brain, and she will answer any questions that you have there about that. And she has a coaching group as well. And if you're interested in learning how to be profitable in craft shows, let me know, and I can get you the link to join her group. She's got a great group. And she's right there to help you and You know, she shows you what you need to set up for your craft show, what to expect, how, you know, about how many to do, how many to make, what to expect, that kind of thing. All the things. And if you're investing all that money in your materials and supplies, then you really need to invest money in yourself and your craft. If you do not invest in your education, then it's going to take longer. This is kind of learning from somebody that's already done, you know, everything and knows the ins and outs. And it's just like kind of like a little shortcut for you so that you don't have to go through all the anguish and heartache that she's been through to learn all these tips and tricks. So it's real important when you're first starting out to get a good education on whatever your passion is. If it's selling on Etsy, you know, take Etsy courses, or if it's selling at craft shows, take classes on that. I think it's so important. Right now, I need to be taking classes on tech stuff, like social media. And if anybody knows of anybody that has some good courses on that, please let me know, because I need a class on tech skills. I am lacking. So as y'all see, I'm just kind of filling in and around with my greenery. And I'm going to come to the front and add some up here as well. And I'm just going to take it and kind of bend it like that. I keep forgetting to check the comments. Just leaving work. Julie says, have you stopped by Joann's since they announced their closing? Yes. And I've been disappointed. They haven't really had any good sales. Like they'll say, oh yeah, up to 70% off or whatever. And then you get there and it's only like 40% off. It's stupid. So I haven't seen anything like they had better deals when they were not going out of business. Does anybody else feel the same? That's the experience that I've had. Thank you, ma'am, Mandy. Thank you so much. You know, I might make this one of my gift-aways. I might make this a gift-away. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Because it's about too late in the season to put it in my Etsy shop. When's it? Can somebody tell me when Easter is? I'm going to let that lay down like that. I'm going to be different and let it... You know I got to do something different. Got to be different. I'm going to let it lay down just like that. Right between his little tootsie toes. There we go. Let me put a pin on that. That keeps wanting to fall off. As you're putting stems in here, those pins will stay better. That's why I didn't put a ton of pins on there. If you get too many pins in here, you won't be able to stick your product through the thing. Alright, let's see here. I want to put some color. Let's work on some color for a while. I'm going to use these beautiful florals that I got at Market when I went with my friend Mandy and Julie. Mandy and Julie Bice, we went to Market around the fall to the cash and carry, and that is where I bought these beautiful florals. I can't tell you where I got them from, what store, but it's a wholesale store. You have to have a wholesale license to buy them. But they are gorgeous. I just love them. And I think they're called ranunculus. I think this is a ranunculus bush. I agree. Totally had the same experience at our local Joann's. And you have a nice Joann's too. Nancy, 420. For April 20th. What is that? 420? I forgot what we were talking about. Remind me what we was talking about. I have short-term memory loss. I'm going to cut that down kind of short. 420. What was we talking about? Woohoo. That's pretty. Oh, Easter. That's right. I forgot. See, I forget stuff just that quick. Y'all got to remind me. April 20th is Easter. Okay, that gives us some time. All right. Well, I could do a gift away. I would have time to do a gift away. Let me think on that. Because I bet somebody would love to have this for their dining table or, you know, like a buffet or something. And if anybody's watching, if you would, sprinkle me around, share me around with your friends. I do a lot of home decor stuff, and I try to teach you something new all the time. I'm also going to be doing some decoupage. So it's not just going to be floral and wreaths. I'm going to be doing painting, decoupage. I love to decoupage with napkins. That's one of my favorite things to do. But I got to change it up sometimes because just doing floral and wreaths can be boring for my customer base. And I know how to do a little bit of everything. Except for I don't know how to do, like, make signs. I don't know how to make signs. And I don't know how to sew. Does anybody know how to sew? That's something I've always wanted to learn how to do. And I waited until my mom wasn't able to sew and teach me anymore. I waited too late. She could have taught me. Find somebody to give me sewing lessons. I've got 2 sewing machines out there in my garage, and one of them is a commercial grade one. Oh, that's pretty. I keep burning myself. Keep getting that hot glue on me. That hot glue hot. Imagine that. Imagine hot glue being hot. Let's put some color right back in here. Let's see. Let me think on this a minute. I kind of want just like a little, like they're just surrounded by beautiful flowers. So we're going to put some back here. And Amy, don't get yourself with the glue again. There we go. Alright, I've got 4 more of these, so I'm going to put one here and then one on this opposite side. And that's all I've got of those. I'm going to put a pick on here, give it some height, just a little bit, and we're going to do it at an angle. Just kind of nestle it down in there, just like that. And then I'm going to point them up. Okay. And this one is going to go right here, right there in that little empty hole. Let me cut that down just a little bit more. Go. Alright, so I'm staying in my sight line. This is my sight line. I'm staying inside of that sight line. It's an invisible line. I've got these. might be too big. Y'all let me know what you think. You can see them better than I can. I'm going to put these small ones in. Little small pieces. Go ahead and pick them real quick. So, I've been thinking on where I want to start getting my supplies. Because I don't really know what the, with the tariffs going up, or charging tariffs, I don't know what that means for the craft world. So I've been looking into wholesale, and I found a wholesale company where I want to get my Norfolk pine this year. And she reached out to me, the sales lady did, my rep for this area. And she wants me to come to market next week before they take the Christmas stuff down. And she wants me to be able to touch and feel everything, you know, before they take everything down. She said it's like last minute for ordering and things like that. So I may try to go to market next week. I may try to go to market next week because I would like to kind of touch and feel that Norfolk pine that I'm going to be using for my Christmas wreaths. That's my best seller at Christmas. And I'm going to have to order that in bulk because that had me running the stores. I was running the stores all over the area and buying all the Norfolk pine off all the shelves. And I'm sure everybody loved me for doing that. All the Hobby Lobbies, wherever I could find Norfolk pine, I was buying it out. And I ultimately ended up at Greenery Market. They had the garlands, the Norfolk pine, real bushy garlands, and I was using those. But I would really rather buy it in bulk if I can. So I'm looking at Allstate. Has anybody ever ordered from Allstate? And if you have, let me know what your experience is with them. Even if you're on a replay, if you're watching on the replay, if you would let me know, I'd be interested to know. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in some of this. Hey, Danny, what you doing? I'm going to put in some of this. It looks like baby's breath. But it's called Pink Floral with Eucalyptus. And it is another Michael's product. So we're going to splash some of that in there. Alrighty. You must be slow if you're on my live. Who's taking you home tonight? Who's giving you a ride home tonight, Danny? I think I'm going to put that right there to the side, right by her. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Oh, I love it. I go crazy over some flowers and greenery, y'all. I will go crazy over some pretty flowers and greenery. And pink is my favorite color. My absolute favorite color is pink. And anybody that knows me knows that. You can walk in my house and pretty much tell that. My granddaughter, her favorite color is blue. Because she loves Stitch, like Lilo and Stitch. So her favorite color is blue. My son's favorite color is, I believe, red or black. Red or black. Because he's a Georgia fan. My husband's favorite color is red. Pretty much red and black. I mean, around here, red and black is a color. You know, this looks very different than anything I've seen, really. I love it. I love it. I really do. I keep saying this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to part with this or not. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it, I love it. I wish I could find some little accessories to put in there. I think that would be so cute. I love to do like fairy garden type looking stuff. Cottage garden type stuff. I think that's so pretty. That is my vibe. And if I could decorate my whole house in like a cottage pink and like a soft seafoam color, I totally would do it. But I can't do it because I have Dooney at the house, and that really wouldn't be fair to him to do the whole house in pink and seafoam, you know? So I pretty much keep the pink to the dining room, and I leave the, like, the bedroom's blue, kitchen's blue, and the living room is like a green color. But my son said he would paint my living room for me. Dang it, I meant to put a pick on that. Ah! Oh, I just made a mess. Ready to go home? I hear you, babe. I hear you. I know you're ready to go home. He works 12-hour shifts. I can't imagine what that would be like to work 12 hours. Well, I say I can't. I work in here more than 12 hours sometimes, but that's different. Shift work is hard. Working at a plant, a factory type setting is hard. I've tried it. I worked at Joann Fabrics Distribution Center. I worked there for probably 2 weeks. I don't know if I made it. I may have made it a month. But I had to get up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because it was 45 minutes away, and I'd have to drive all that way to work and get off. I think I got off at 3 or 4. I can't remember. But it was the most boring work because I would do the same thing over and over again. You had to talk in the machine. Like I had these earphone things, and you had to talk and tell it. You had to count the materials and tell the little machine how much you were counting. And you had to do like a certain amount in a certain amount of time. Like, you were timed on this stuff. And I'm a slow talker, so needless to say, I didn't like being timed, you know, talking into that thing. I didn't too much care for that. So I kind of just nipped that in the bud and realized that factory life is not for me. I've always worked small jobs, like small companies. I was a vet tech for 6 years. And then I went on to be, I was payroll and accounts receivables, helping my mom at their company, their heating and air and electrical company. I did that for 13 years. And then I was a manager at a storage facility that had it was a 660 unit storage facility that had a post office and it had a Penske dealership. I was the manager over that for 8 years. And then from there, I went to work in this job. So I haven't really had many jobs. Because when I start a job, I just stay at it, you know. Might as well, no sense in changing jobs so many times. But yeah, if I ever started a job, I would stay at it. So I've been working ever since I was 16. I started working at a farmer's market when I was 16 years old at a produce place. And they sold meat there too. It's almost like a little small grocery store, but it was all, you know, it was like a farmer's market, basically. And then I went straight from there to babysitting while I was pregnant with Cody. And then when I left there, I went to work for Charbroil in their catalog department where you order parts and stuff. And from there, I worked at the vet clinic, and y'all know the rest. And I am 51 years old. No. Am I 50 or 51, Danny? I can't remember how old I am. Goodness gracious. That's terrible. Let's see. I was born in 73. I was born in 73, so I'm 50. Right? What in the heck, Amy? No, I'm 51. I know I'm not 52. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Forget my own age on dang Facebook Live. Gee. Not crazy. Y'all are quiet today. Y'all are probably just listening to me ramble on. I ain't had nobody to talk to all day. I've been home by myself designing and filling orders all day. So I am quite talkative right now because I ain't had nobody to talk to. So Danny, be ready when you get home because I will be chitty chatty. I think I'm done with this beautiful thing. I had some other things, but sometimes you got to know when to quit, right? I'll probably put this last piece of greenery in, but do y'all think I'm going to be 57 and I have had 4 jobs and I have been working since 17 years old? That's good. You have done really good. Only working 4 jobs. Wow. What's the longest job you've kept? Probably the one you're working now. Today, people have 10 jobs by the time they're 30. Amen. Well, we know it's because they don't like to work, right? COVID's done messed people up where they don't want to work. They don't want to work. And Danny, at his factory, he said it's pitiful the way people call out sick for the least little things, and they'll lie about it and say that their uncle's sister, their uncle's brother or whatever died and they had to go to a funeral, or you know, just telling stories like that. And he said it's gotten unbelievable. It's hard to keep anybody at work, and what's happening is it's making the people that actually show up to work, they're the ones being punished for it, and you know, nobody's doing anything about it. So it's not fair. It's not fair to those that actually come to work when people that don't want to come to work do that and act out. It's not fair. Don't y'all think? Your current job, and you've been there 18 years. Yeah? Yep, that sounds about right. That's about how long my husband's been at his job, too. But I pretty much stayed at jobs like, well, the vet clinic, I left that one because it was very strenuous, and I was constantly getting bit by animals, and just there was a lot of stuff going on where I had to I was left to try to resuscitate this dog because the doctor wasn't there, and the doctor kept leaving for personal reasons, and you know, I was left to kind of take care of the animals when they would wake up from anesthesia, and one of them died while she was out running around, and that was my last straw. I said, I don't get paid enough to to resuscitate animals and stuff, that did a number on my mind, you know, because I didn't know what quite to do. When this dog was crashing on me, I didn't know the exact steps and what to do. So that did a number on me, and I had to quit that job. And I've never, like, quit a job without having a job, but I quit that job. And then I went to work for my mom for 14 years. I worked there, and until I went and worked for Stores Master for 8. But yeah, I've always held a job down. You can't afford not to these days, right? But anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. Nancy, it was good to talk to you. If you would, go on and click the notifications tab, and so you can get notified when I go live. I'd like to talk to you some more. And it's good to see you, Julie. I hope you have a wonderful vacation in Gulf Shores. And Mandy and everybody, it was wonderful talking to everybody, and Karen. But I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy yourself. And God bless you. And I will see y'all probably tomorrow. I'm hoping to hop on tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Love you guys. Bye-bye.